Well, Jim, before we move completely on from WWE Universe talk, as we are recording some news coming in, last week we heard about people laid off in the office. This week it is hitting the roster. This morning, the following names have been released.
Ooh, I thought they weren't doing talent releases just all of a quick sudden.
Aaliyah, Rick Boogs, Elias, Riddick Moss, Top Dollar, Shelton Benjamin,
Oh, come on.
Emma, Mustafa Ali, and that's everyone I'm seeing here. I'm trying to see if there's any other names that I missed. That's everyone I have so far as of this point, but I think these people maybe said it publicly, so that's why it's out, but
Well, they made a mistake with Riddick Moss, but they could say that about every gimmick they gave him and every way they used him. But what a athlete and what a talent he was under there somewhere. I hope he goes and does something. I didn't know a lot of the other people were still around, to be honest with you, and that may be why they got released. So I don't think there's tons of shockers there, are there?
Shelton Benjamin's interesting because they just started doing something with him again.
Well, but that's been stop and start. And Shelton, again, is a guy that if he wants to still wrestle and he wants to, do something, he still can athletically, and he'd be better off somewhere else that would appreciate him better, because I don't know, why they wouldn't do anything with him over the last several times we've seen him, but they weren't.
Actually, I have a tweet here from Shelton Benjamin. I have been released from my WWE contract. I thank WWE staff, talent, and of course the fans for everything. Something ends, something new begins. Looking forward to my next chapter.
Well, you know what they say. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
They do say that. Who's they?
Well, a lot of those people say that. They all over the place.
All right, well.
They and them.
We will see what happens.
Them people are saying it.
Are you hoping Top Dollar ends up anywhere?
Oh, yes. That is a guilty pleasure to be able to watch him just move on television. Just like a fucking manatee in a sweatshirt, I believe, as I said one time. Except, I don't know, do they tape his fins down, you think?
Will you stop it?
His flippers would get in the way, it seems like.
Would you see him any differently if all of a sudden he starts working the indies and trying to work on his craft? Because that's the other thing. Is he someone who's going to stay with wrestling past WWE?
No, because he would still be the same body. He would still move in the same fashion. He would still be uncoordinated and visually unappealing and amusing at the same time.
He's kind of like if Jack Pfeffer had his own Bad Leroy Brown. It would kind of be Top Dollar.
There's bad Rufus Brown, his cousin.
Well, we will see what happens, and good luck to everyone, and Top Dollar, of course, and whether you're talking dollars,
I think he'll land on his feet just like he does when he tries to dive over the top rope.
Well, whether you're talking about a Top Dollar or dollars and cents, we could talk about coins. That's a transition. How'd that work? And of course, gold and silver coins. And I, in fact, have something here on my desk, and I believe you do as well, Jim. That is the cue for Jim Cornette, the popular wrestling personality, to come in and say something.
I couldn't find the button. I'm leaning over to shut up. Stop it now, because we're talking about the gold here, Brian. Is what we're done, the gold and the silver. Because silver, you know what silver is, it's just gold's little brother. Because people will take gold and silver. I've got one right here also. You hear me slam this down on the desk? This is a gold coin. And people will take gold and silver in times of crisis, in times of turmoil, in times of trouble. Let's say the zombie apocalypse happens. Let's say there's another, not just a pandemic, but a worldwide plague, and things collapse and people are beating each other over the heads in the streets for a head of cabbage. It's got a spot of mold on it. Or let's say Trump gets elected again. Whatever the cataclysm, precious metals, filthy to lucre, gold and silver are the way to go. Platinum, too fancy. Most people don't have a personal relationship with platinum. And it just doesn't look like it's that valuable because it's a fucking light. So You want something you can slap down on the bar of a post-apocalyptic saloon and say, give me a drink of that non-nuclear waste rot gut.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about gold and silver coins. The kind that you get from Nationwide Coins. They sell government gold at cost. What government do you ask? It doesn't matter what government.
Well, no, it matters. Don't say it doesn't matter.
It's gold. Are you defying and denying that this is gold? Then it doesn't matter, because when there are no governments, when people are literally foraging for fucking root vegetables in wastelands that have been burnt by napalm, gold and silver are still going to be worth something. And you're going to be able to take that. And as we've mentioned, you're not even going to be able to just buy stuff with it to feed you and your family as you roam across the fucking plains looking for shelter. But also, because it's heavy, you'll be able to, with your bag of gold or silver coins, beat robbers over the head with it. And that's why you go to Nationwide Coins, because things are uncertain these days. You know, you go to experts for every other thing. For your health, you go to doctors. For your car, you go to a mechanic. Well, to go to gold and silver, you go to Nationwide Coins. And all of the new customers are going to get their first ounce of gold without any dealer markup whatsoever. That way you take it and you stick it in that hole in the floor where you've buried the old man's heart. You put the gold and silver coins beside it, and that way if anything happens, you've got something to take care of you and your family. And from pre-1933 American rare coins to modern American and foreign coins, Nationwide Coins has a wide array of precious metal products you can't, or you can buy, or you can't. It was glaring there. Nationwide Coins has a wide array of precious metal products you can buy to pass down to your family for generations. Even if your family 3 or 4 generations down the road grows fins and gills and has to live underwater because we poisoned the environment, they'll take these gold and silver coins with them. And if you're not sure where to start, the Nationwide Coins has precious metal consultants on staff that you can call. That's right, call and talk to them in words, verbal words, out of your own chicken lips, and they will guide you to the right gold purchase for your unique situation. Let's say you're trying to bury some gold because when you escape from prison, you're going to need a stake to get started and get to Mexico.
Bad idea, bad anecdote to use. Anecdotally, I think that's a mistake.
Anecdotally, well, they'll help you if you call them and ask them the right steps to take, because they want to help you, because that's why they're precious metal consultants. They consult you about precious metals. And right here, this coin is beautiful. It's a gold coin.
Did you take it out of the case? Because I'm not taking it out of the case. Okay, no, I wanted to make sure. I'm not doing it either. I'm keeping it in it. It looks nice.
I'm putting it in my hole in the floor in this case so that there's no chance it can be scratched up before I have to use it to bludgeon an intruder. But it's got the standing liberty. It's a replica, kind of the old United States gold coins, but it's a ½ ounce, I believe it says right here, 1/2 ounce fine gold. It's a $25 gold coin with the standing liberty. Of course, it's worth more than $25, but you know, the standing liberty on the front.
It's Lady Liberty before the Statue of Liberty owned the copyright.
Yes, because she's saluting and she's got a little hitch in her get along there. One of her feet's kicking up. I think she's marching.
What does she have, a tree branch?
I don't know. I haven't got I haven't got my glasses with me.
It's really nice. Like if you twist it into the light.
It could be a bouquet of flowers.
It looks nice.
Oh my God, it shines because it's gold. And you know what shines better than gold? Gold.
That's right, Jim. And of course, it's little brother, silver.
Yes, and a golden girl knows when he kissed her. It's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway,
wow.
They're one of the nation's leading precious metal firms with over 100 years of combined experience in the precious metals industry. They have 2 old men and one of the guy's nephews, 40 years, 42 years, and 18 years, respectively.
That is not the way it works, but they do have the right people.
And their team is here to help you make the right decisions with your gold and silver needs. Thousands of satisfied customers. They got an A-plus Better Business Bureau rate. I didn't even know they gave A-pluses. I didn't know a business could be so fine and so upstanding that the Better Business Bureau would say, well, you get an A-plus. Ain't nothing going to top that.
Look at this coin. It's beautiful.
Well, it is a nice coin, but my gosh, A-plus, that's it. You know what? They bring it to you and they breathe on it. And they shine it right up on their shirt before they hand it to you.
They do nothing of the sort. They do nothing of the sort. This coin that I have here in my hand from Nationwide Coin is in a very nice case. It looks it looks nice. With
a black border, not a plastic, that sounds cheap, but one of these lucite type of cases where it's a display case. You don't get fingerprints on it. There's only one set of teeth marks on this coin.
There are no teeth marks on any of these coins.
Well, no, as soon as you get a gold coin, you have to fucking bite it to make sure it's real.
No,
have you ever seen a Western movie?
That is not recommended by anyone's dentist, but what this coin does have is amazing detail on the face of this eagle. If I twist it into the light a little bit, I see every little feather. I was about to say hair. Every little feather on this feathered friend's head. And you can get your own feathered friend from Nationwide Coin.
And the eye is twinkling at me once I flip it around in the light. They got a 4.6 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot. So if you can't trust a pilot, who can you trust? And they offer free shipping and insurance on all the orders just to make sure nothing goes sideways. So if you want to work with the gold standard in the gold industry or the silver standard in the silver industry, or all these precious metals, go ahead to nationwidecoins.com/JCE and use the promo code JCE at checkout for your very first 1-ounce gold coin at no dealer markup. They're not going to bite it. They're not going to mark it up with a Sharpie. They're going to give it to you without marking it up in any way, shape, or form. Financially, visually, or otherwise. nationwidecoins.com/JCE and use the promo code JCE and get your own goiled.
They have goiled. They have the greatest goiled in the whole world.
Greatest goils. Goils. Get your own gold coin. And once you've got enough of these gold coins, you can go out and get you some goils.
All right, well, let's get back to the wild of wrestling.